Kings and Queens. Happy May 10th. It is such an honor to be a part of such a loving group of people that have been pulling this veil back. It has just blown my mind. What an honor. Just cheers to all of you. Cheers to all of you for doing such an awesome job and promoting such a loving future world, because this has been fun. I've been studying lots and lots of things to kind of help me with my readings. I even have a second deck of cards today because usually I just use my one deck. I thought maybe I'd do some qualifiers today, but I'm overwhelmed by the light, and I kind of feel like we're all breaking like the Da Vinci Code or something really kind of bigger than what we even set out to do maybe. And isn't that awesome when that happens, when you're just being yourself, you're just doing you, and it turns into something so much greater, and it helps so many more people. So I'm really honored to be a part of all of you, and your readings are awesome, and the smile in your voices is so appreciated. Your humor is appreciated in your readings. I pick up on all your humor. And I just kind of talk to the TV when I'm watching your readings. Like, if anyone was watching me, they'd be like, who's she talking to? Well, the TV, of course, because I'm interacting with you and I'm interacting with your energy. And I swear to God, sometimes like you'll finish like my thought and stuff. So it's kind of cool. It's like having like a 3D radio of some sort where we're throwing these thoughts out there and seeing what sticks. And I don't know if you've done timing with your cards, like to get like an exact time or date when an event will happen, but I've been working with that a lot on my personal readings. And for example, if you do the Celtic cross, and that's just like the basic traditional spread of tarot, the Celtic, your very last card, the result, let's say you pull an Empress up there, and that's like what, a number 3, I think the Empress is 3. And then like in the 8th position, you'll get an ace. You can take the ace, depending on which ace it is, like let's say it's Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of March. That's symbolic for the beginning of the springtime. So you can go to the calendar, get your calendar and go, okay, so I'm at the 1st of March. So I have a 3, it's 3 weeks because of that ace. So you can actually time some of this stuff, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's all about the ace, and I got that information. I got this little code breaking thing from this guy, Easy Tarot Handbook, and she talks about how to predict timing in there. And there's more on it on Google and stuff, probably different ways to do timing, but that's kind of important because some of these things are devastating. And like I say, this veil that's being pulled back is just, it's meant to be. It's divine. It's meant to be. So I'm glad that we as the light are helping people do that. And face what they need to face, right? I mean, we're all facing things we're trying to change and accept and move forward from, but we still need a foundation of some sort. You know, it's ground zero for a lot of people. Like, how do you start from ground zero? Well, anyone that's walked that road, they've had to do it, and it's not easy. And you take what's most valuable to you and you move on, you move forward, and you heal along the way, and you recover along the way, and you hope that it's better each time. And you know, if you were one of those that were caught up in situations where, oh my gosh, like the truth's getting revealed to you and you're like, oh my gosh, and I was just so naive, don't think like that, because God wanted you to walk into that situation just the way you were, happy-go-lucky, because that's what he wants us. That's how he wants us to live, is happy-go-lucky. He doesn't want us to live all pensive and suspicious and who's under my car and stuff. That's not. He wants you to be the happy-go-lucky, laid-back, chill person that you are. And so don't look back and think, oh, I should have known, or I should have acted more reserved, or I should have, no. You were put in that situation with exactly the outside appearance and actions that God needed you to do to get that accomplished, to finish that karma. So I'm going to do a reading. Let's see where we're at. May 10th. That one wants to talk. But I hope your week's been going really well. Yesterday was really quiet around here, like no traffic, nothing. And then today seems really bright and cheery. We can only imagine. But yeah, a lot of people have referred to like the Matrix, being in the Matrix right now, or what's real and what's not real. And you know, at the end of the day, are your little creature comforts, like what comforts you, you know, and you're warm and you're fuzzy. That's how I've always kind of thought, you know, what do you need to kind of feel like, okay, life's going to be okay? And you just hold on to those. And then you notice things that you may have overlooked before. You know, like I have this awesome cat that I just was like, get out of my way most of the time because I was so busy. And this cat has been such a doll, just comforting me and purring. And, you know, it's things like that that have a heartbeat that are kind and real. That you appreciate, you know, and sometimes we don't always have the times to appreciate those things. So just give your pet a little extra love from the universe today. But I just love these readings. I'm listening to one right now. He is so awesome. I know, reciprocal. I need to talk about, Spirit put it on my heart to talk about being reciprocal and how important it is to keep that balance, you know, to give back. And I want all of you to know that all of these things that I take from your readings, you know, to fuel me spiritually, I give them back spiritually, even though I don't leave little fingerprints like comments or things like that or thumbs up. I don't do any of that. But just know that I've been leaving like all these like silent prayers to lift you up, because that's how I stay reciprocal in this community, is giving back spiritually. So, and there's some of you that I am just, that the sweet girl who brought out her Hebrew concordance the other day, I was like, dying because my grandmother had a Hebrew concordance, and when I was a little girl she would like, and this is like a huge book if you've ever seen it, it's like huge, and it basically is the dictionary of biblical times, and so you can take each word if you want to dissect the Bible and go in there and figure out, oh, it's this tribe and it's this, you know, and I just about, and it was like an hour reading that she did with this dictionary, but the things she revealed were just overwhelming, and just hanging out, chilling with her, I was like, oh, she just healed my heart. All right, I got one more. I better pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, there it is. Boom. So that's your Celtic cross. So I'm going to do the last position card, and, well, you know what, let's see if we have any aces first, because you can't time anything unless you get an ace. So I may have not got an ace in this spread, so we may not be able to do any timing with it. But I want to see if we can do that in this reading, just to kind of do an example of. Okay, so my first card, the center, is rest. This goes a lot with the Hermit card. You know, we're doing a lot of resting, restoring, because we're getting all this information. The veil's being pulled back, you know, we're living in a world with some different people that were around us normally that we didn't know that information. So it's a lot of like, okay, reset button, you know, like I'm still me, but now I have to live in this world with this information. So this is going to be really important to keep grounded. This is what's, but see, that's, this is what we got out of it, see? So, with all this rest and restoration, however you say it, I love to restore things too, by the way. I think that's bringing life back to things that have just totally been thrown in the trash and stuff, like old dressers and furniture. I feel like they're people, they're like us, right? And we've been thrown away and put in the trash, and guess what? We can come back to life. I love that. That's one of my, somebody did my, you know, those personality quizzes where you get little points for, oh, you're compassionate, or you're intellectual, or you're, my points were like the odd, like nobody gets these points, and it was for restoring life. And I was like, oh, that's what we're here to do, in a loving way, make it loving, right? So this is what's crossing it, is that energy of, this is truth, whether you like to hear it, or what's that movie where Jack Nicholson was like, you're too chicken shit to hear the truth. This is what we're after, right? So, you know, it's an elephant in the room right now. It's the elephant in the room. So let it trumpet sound. Let the trumpet sound. All right. And this is what we're unconscious of. Is probably some more moon mystery, secrets, Da Vinci Code. And God's, divine. I'm going to start saying divine. I don't want to offend anybody who doesn't read the Bible, because I want it to be a universal concept of love, not just like through one avenue. I want this to be universal so we all accept this. But the moon is, with all these secrets and all of these things that are hidden, divine is a forgiving divine. In other words, some things he will cover, and it says this in the Bible. He will cover those things until a more appropriate time to be revealed or what have you, because he knows that you know what you did. So in other words, he's waiting for you to make it right. So some things he keeps hidden from the sun card for everyone and their dog to hear about, because he knows that if he works on your heart, that you will make it right. So I like the energy of the moon, just in case like I overlook something or step something and thought, oh God, I should go back and, make good with that person, because this is giving you the time to reflect with God about those incidences and making them right before they're made public, right? But some things we just work out with God, right? So now we are conscious of, we are very conscious of this bad boy. And this is just a badass cycle, all these planets lined up and all this stuff in the right order. And never in my lifetime have I seen so much tables being turned. Is that how you say it? Like, at one time. In the news you'll see like, oh yeah, this case is going on, or this case is going on, or this one's being exposed. But my God, it's like, when is this? This is like remember when I did the reading about you're gonna have less time to recover? I feel like that right now, because it's like, wow, we got this to deal with and this to process and this to process, and so he's not stopping. So all these little plots in the background, I love it, right? Because I turn on the tarot reading and it's like, oh, they're already in jail, but they're plotting from jail to kill you. It's like, maybe just pick up some reading material and kind of reflect on why you're there. And but it gets to the point where you have to realize energy's energy, and it's just, there's a lot of momentum in it, regardless if there's bars or not. So we're moving away from the sun, okay, because some things have been exposed, toward going back into this energy, because we want to be able to get some intuitive insights onto all of this and stay in tune with the universe, with all of this, using and being alert to your surroundings, using and learning new information to help you with what's been exposed. So, and I haven't got an ace yet. Have you noticed? I have not got an ace yet, which means I can't do a timer on this read until I get an ace. So, this is the next one. Juggling, deciding. This could be the light or this could be the dark. This could be either side deciding on, okay, which way do we go at this point? They are at a crossroads with the information that's come at them. So there's decisions being made. And this is how people see us. Like, oh, okay, so obviously they see us as we're getting informed of this, or someone's announcing this, or somebody's bringing it to our attention. Yo, your neighbor, I think their house is empty now. You might want to see if you can go rent that place. I'm just kidding. But there's so many changing of the guard. Like in England, when they have the changing of the guard, I feel like that. Like there's just this changing of the guard. And it's just shuffled up the little chessboard where this is going to be brought to your attention. Like, oh, look, there might be a job opening because so-and-so just, they had to leave. So all of a sudden it's like, wow, you mean this great job just fell in my lap because so-and-so's not there anymore. And somebody else said that in one of the readings about the money situation. Like the money's that people used to have. It's not in their hands anymore. It's there. He's shuffling the deck. He's like, guess what? And that's all divine. Like, you know, if you were in lack for 10, 12 years, guess what? You're not going to have to worry about it, or vice versa, because he's just shuffling it up. So you're going to hear about it. And then we've got, what is this one? Oh, Hopes and Dreams. Oh, see, right on. I say right on a lot, don't I? Oh well, just deal with it. Change the channel, right? Just change the channel. Yeah. This is happiness. This is what we want. We want to be happy. And for the most part, I feel like collective we are, because we feel like we cannot deny responsibility with this, right? Like we have helped this situation. Like I feel like just us doing our readings and us just like being as lucid and clear with this, whatever this is or whoever this is, they did something wrong. That's gonna lead to happiness, because that's gonna like be huge. So that's good. Then we have the outcome. I did not get an ace. I did not get one ace. Darn it. Okay. So my next reading, we'll do it and we'll get an ace. But so there's still some people doing surveillance, right? They have to. They have to. For those of you that are uncomfortable with that or feel like, oh, whatever, don't be. Just be you, you know, just do you. You know, I'm alone most of the day until my son gets here, and so I talk to myself, I play the radio, I talk to my cat. I'm just because it helps organize my space and time. So if you just do you, it won't be uncomfortable if you feel like this is going on with you. Like but this can make people uncomfortable too, like who to trust and stuff. But the bottom line is, just stay true to yourself and stand on what you know is right and then it'll work out and you won't feel so invaded, because there's a lot of like ACLU, civil liberties, like being invaded right now, but they have to come back and say, look, I did this for your protection. So do you really want to throw some guy under the bus that like had the most boring job in the world listening to you like day in, day out, when all he was really trying to do is protect your ass? And so you have to look at both sides too. Keep that balance, right? So, loving world that it is, I love you all. I gotta go find an ace. I hope you have one, darling. Have a good day. Bye.